I'ma cut straight to the chase. Ye's back, and this time he released the Deluxe to Bully. But is it really a Deluxe? If you want the full abridged lore on the Bully rollout, go watch my first review because I'm not going over it again. When you look at any of the pages on streaming, two things are going to pop out to somebody the most. One being the brand new cover for the Deluxe, and two new songs, OK with Don Toliver and Mission Control with the world famous Tony Williams. Before I get into the music side of things, I would like to talk about the cover. I did not like the cover at first. As of these past few days, the new Bully cover is really growing on me. It's just more refreshing to see after staring at this image for 2 years. I think the new cover really just screams, let's finish this album the right way. Which is a perfect transition into me talking about the music. The first thing that you're going to notice on the existing Bully songs is that every single one of them got a new mix. And every single one of these new mixes sound substantially cleaner than the one we got on the initial album's release. These new mixes definitely add like a new level of enjoyment to the record for me personally. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for when a record sounds a little bit dirty, but honestly, the clearer mixes just sound a lot better to me. But there's one thing with the existing Bully tracks that I would like to talk about that I feel like is very substantially important, and that is the change to I Can't Wait. Lauryn Hill is now singing the sample of this song. And honestly, in my opinion, she sounds great. I know that Fantano had like a complaint about her vocals sounding like isolated from the rest of the song or whatever, but I thought they sounded fine. Okay, now I want to talk about the new Deluxe tracks. There was a lot of speculation of which songs would be on the Deluxe. Some people thought that Ye would pull from the vault. Some people thought that Gemini Season was going to be on there. But in the end, we got two tracks, OK with Don Toliver and Mission Control. We first heard OK at the Bully listening party, if my memory serves me correctly, and Mission Control is a leftover from the 2025 era. If you know, you know. OK is a really good song in my opinion. I know a lot of people in the Ye community were complaining about the fact that 2 lines got removed, but when I found the version that had the 2 extra lines or however many it was, honestly, I'm glad they were removed. The song flows way better with those lines removed in my opinion, but that's just me. I really appreciated both Don and Ye's vocal performances. They both had a certain level of passion to them that I feel like we haven't seen from Ye in fucking years. And overall, the track is a really big vibe, you know? Mission Control, however, I don't know how I feel about the inclusion of Mission Control on the record. It's not a bad song by any means, it's just that it's kind of basic. It's just the chorus looping over and over again. There's like only one minor variation towards the end of the song, and it's quite short. Overall, it's a decent song. It's more in line with Damn. If I had to pick between the two, honestly, I'd probably pick Mission Control, honestly, because Mission Control, unlike Damn, has real vocals, which I'm going to get to. The updates to the record itself with the Bully Deluxe, a lot of the AI vocals were removed from the record. Not all of them, though. I'm just going to list off some of the examples that I can talk about off the top of my head. The second half of Highs and Lows, the chorus of Circles, all of Damn, a few lines in Last Breath still, the entire first verse of Preacher Man, and I'm probably missing another example. I don't know if I'm going to put all the examples on screen here, but, you know. I feel like these AI vocals, though, are like really what's holding the record back, you know? Like, if Ye re-recorded everything, I'm pretty sure this album will be substantially better than how it was received, which was still decently. But anyway, that's all I have to say on the Bully Deluxe. Overall, I like the Deluxe better than the original because it just feels more clean and more polished, and I feel like the last 2 Deluxe tracks really round out the track list a little bit more. Overall, with all these improvements, I'd say Bully Deluxe is an 8 out of 10. Like I said in my last review, which you should totally go watch by the way, this is a great start for Ye, especially considering his track record this decade. That's all for the review. I'm sorry that uploads have been very sporadic. I just haven't had time, or I'm like, oh, I'll make a video and then I forgot. Or in the case of the Drake review, I just didn't want to do it anymore. I hope I can start uploading more on both this channel and on my second channel where I just want to do stuff on there, man. Like, I don't know. I started that as like a experiment and then I'm like, you know what, this isn't working. So I went back to here and it's a whole thing anything you don't need to know. But the point is, I hope that I can start posting more, not just, YouTube shorts that take me like 30 minutes to make, because let's be real, that's about as much time as any of these short form content creators take to make their shorts. But anyways, I'm fucking rambling. No hate to nobody. But yeah, hopefully I can start uploading more everywhere and not just on this channel every month or 2 months when like an album I want to talk about releases, Anyways, I'll shut up. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.